Hey everyone, thank you for watching my video. I wanted to do a personal video with you guys so that you can see a little bit more about me and know a bit more about my past and what I've been through before. What I'm going to share with you is how I figured out that I was bisexual. And it's all from my own past experiences, so I'm just speaking from what I've gone through. I know I've already said that, but just to put it out there so that no one gets confused and thinks that I'm saying how this is done or whatever. Let's get to it. I've been bisexual for a number of years now. Well, now that I'm 21, and I found out that I liked girls when I was around, I was in year 7. Basically it all goes back to when I was in secondary school. It was an all-girls school, and well, I realised I was having more and more thoughts about girls at school, girls in my class, whatever. I went from lots of thinking about them to went to crushes. Yeah, I had a crush on this girl at school for a good few years actually. I think I fancied her for about 2 years or 2 or 3 years or something like that. And I was there for 5 years, from year 7 to 11. I freaked out about it. I was thinking, what am I thinking about? Does this happen to everyone? Am I weird? And I confided into my best mate about it, who I'm still currently friends with now. And she was like, no, it's cool, you know, I've thought about the same sort of thing. I'm the same as you. I've thought about girls too, rah, rah, rah. So I was like, oh, okay, so this is kind of like a normal thing. It hasn't just happened to me and I'm some kind of weirdo. And so I came to thinking, all right, well, I must be bisexual, because I figured that I'd like guys eventually, because I thought that was just how it was. But it wasn't long before I thought long and hard about it and thought, actually, I just like girls, period. I'm a full-blown lesbian, yeah. So in year 8, by that point I'd grown pretty confident, and I know that's only about a year, but I never felt uncomfortable about it. I always thought, well, this is who I am, I guess, well, it's just how it is. And I grew confident in who I was, and so I didn't even think about my family, how they would react. I was in the car with my mum one day driving home, and I just suddenly came out with it. I said, Mum, I think I'm bisexual. And yeah, that was interesting. The most awkward silence I've ever been through in my life. My mum didn't say a single word, and yeah, she didn't take it too well at first. It took a long time for my mum to internalise it and take it all in and accept it generally. And my plan after that I didn't plan that at all, it just suddenly came out. I didn't think it was a big deal, didn't realise my mum would have a problem with it or why. But I planned after that to tell my dad and my sister separately, just when it seemed to be a good time. And that didn't quite work out, because my mum actually told them behind my back, and I wasn't too happy about that, because I thought I realised what a big thing it was actually to confess about, and it upset me that she just told them as if it was some kind of piece of gossip when it was actually her daughter she was talking about. Yeah, so that didn't quite go to plan. But my dad, he didn't think anything of it. He was like, oh, okay. I think he actually forgot at one point. But my sister, she shared my mum's view that it was just a phase and I was gonna get through it, and I was gonna meet boys eventually, and I was gonna, it'll blow over. They were hoping it would blow over. And to be fair, I mean, it was understandable because I was still only about 13, 14 at the time. Throughout school, throughout the 5 years, I really came into my own. I never had a problem with confidence. In fact, being gay almost gave me more strength, really. It's because I felt I had a reason to stand up for myself. I had something to protect. I felt like it was my baby, you know. I thought, I know that I've got to defend myself. And I know that sounds really dramatic, but I was just thinking of my emotions. I was just thinking, if I get bullied, I'm prepared for it. And I was, because I suppose I would say that I wasn't actually bullied. The worst that ever happened was popular girls would just kind of yell things out in the corridors and classes and stuff, and just try to tease me about it. But I was like, hey, right back at you, you know, and I'd throw a witty comment back, and that always threw them, and they never took it too well, that bit. But that's the worst I ever got out of it, because they could see that they weren't going to get to me or bother me. I remember one day when they were all sitting together during lunch, and they called me over, and I thought, oh God, but I went over there, you know, quite calmly, and one of the girls actually said to me that she admired me. I was really shocked. She said that I really admire what you've done, because at that point we were in year 10, and I had come out openly, like, in school. I was the first person to do that in my school, and people were telling me that I was an inspiration and to other students, and I'd say, well, how am I an inspiration? I had no idea. I didn't really think of it that way. I just thought this is the right thing to do. But they said, no, you're inspiring other girls to be brave and be who they are, and I thought that was really nice, and especially since one of the popular girls even said it to me, and they were all, you know, most of them, you just think of them as, well, you know, the kind of girls I mean, right? Everyone's been to school with girls who are, you know, like the Plastics and Mean Girls, you know what I mean? I did get my first girlfriend in secondary school then. That relationship lasted about just under 2 years, but that ended at college when I was doing my A-levels, and it was there that I had a few more girlfriends, and that was the first time that I was suddenly around guys my age, and I was like, oh, they're all quite nice looking, actually, alright. And it was like the curiosity cycle started all over again that had happened before, but with guys this time. And I remember there was quite a period where I fancied a girl and a guy at the same time, and that really threw me. I thought, really? Can this really be me? Do I really like both of these people? And I did. I just liked them for who they were. And I ended up going out with the girl for almost a year. And that was my last girlfriend. So that was when I figured that I was actually bisexual, properly. I thought, all right, well, let's run with this. You know, I thought I was gay for about 5 years, but turns out I'm not. Turns out I like guys as well, you know. Way. Well, I've had relationships with guys since college. I have a boyfriend now currently who you might get to meet, maybe. But my family is better about it now. My mum insists that she's accepting of it now, but her and my sister, I'm pretty sure they're just happy that I'm going out with guys now. Because then the pitter-patter of tiny little feet isn't impossible now. Yay! That's my story. I hope it wasn't too boring. And I hope you're still watching, people on the other side of the screen in the future. If you have any questions for me, I don't know why I'm doing this voice, or if you want any advice or tips or anything like that to do with, I don't know, coming out, or if you're having problems with friends or girls at school or anything, feel free to comment below or message me. I might do a Q&A video on this topic a little bit later on in the future if I get that many questions, which, let's face it, is not too likely, but let's stay optimistic. Thank you for watching and sticking with me, those of you out there, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!